Hello and welcome back to Calradia Expanded at War. We're going to be sieging Amitatys. As I mentioned at the end of the previous episode, this was going to be the weak spot of the Aserai, and indeed we have declared war against them just moments ago, and I rushed over here as fast as I possibly could because, oh yes, there's Mr. Belgier. Yes, Mr. Belgier very, very badly wanted to try and take this for himself, but of course, I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to get there first because obviously he's running around with 1,500 units in his army and, well, that makes him into a bit of a snail, doesn't it? Oh yes, it certainly does. Anyway, now this is an Empire fief, right? Originally it's an Empire fief, so we can just go on in here. We don't even need to build anything else. This is going to be very easy for us to take, at least it should be, because there are only 89 units in the garrison here, if you can believe that. I mean, really, I would not have, actually, no, is there only 79, or is there actually 89? I have no idea, but apparently, yeah, they really had a very limited garrison here, very strangely, because I would have expected them to be pretty, well, defensive about this, because this is basically their only fief in this area, and I would have expected them to be a little bit more active in their efforts to try to make it a little bit harder to take, but apparently they don't care about that. And I'm just going to kill that guy because he is wreaking so much havoc. He really is. Anyway, let's get up the ladder here. There we go. I love the super speed mod, by the way. If you have not downloaded that yet, you really do need to. It is such a lightweight mod, and it really makes all the difference with waiting for things in battles to generally just making things a lot easier. And it makes you feel like you're wasting less time, you know what I mean? In those kinds of monotonous situations where you're waiting for, I don't know, the last enemy unit to be eliminated in a siege, or in a field battle, you know, there's one cavalry or a couple of cavalry units running around and you literally cannot catch up to them yourself because you're playing as an infantry-focused character, or you're just generally focused on not even doing combat with your character, who knows? And those kinds of situations definitely helps with the super speed. Oh, nice headshot. Unfortunately, not a kill. Still not a kill. Okay, there's the kill. What was going on with that? That was crazy. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, I just hit this guy in the head. Surely he should die from that. No? I mean, I only did 96 damage, so he has an extremely good helmet on. His protection in the head area must be fantastic. It must really, really be very good. Anyway, this is the kind of situation that you'd use the super speed mod, in my opinion. And there you go. Wonderful victory for us. We did end up losing a pretty significant amount of units, surprisingly enough. I did not imagine that we would lose so many. I don't really want to take these, but I am going to take them for the pure fact that I am going to be claiming this particular fief, and as a result, I'm going to place those in the garrison. I don't know whether this is actually a good idea, but I'm going to do it nevertheless. This is also kind of irritating to me because I don't think I can filter by type. Can I? No, I don't think I can filter by type. I'm sure there is someone that's going to say to me, "Oh yes, you can filter by type," in the in the party menu. But generally, oh yes, I should not give Landians over here. Thank you very much. Okay, so yes, basically what I want to do is just put all the Imperials in here. And just making sure it's all good. There we go. And fantastic. Yeah, I think that is good. Okay. So they are all in there, which is really good. And oh yeah. Someone actually asked me in the comments if I was setting up my garrisons in the improved garrison mod, because in the past couple of episodes you may have seen me take something and then not go into the improved garrisons menu. Now, there's a reason for that. Well, obviously, as you may have seen, I am trading these things away almost immediately upon me receiving them, upon me claiming them, no less. And there's really no need for me to set up the improved garrison because they are not going to use it. The AI does not use the improved garrison mod at all. They just do their own thing. And this is going to be no different. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and trade for Frontier. Let's see if I can get that one. That is Servic. He loves us, as you can quite clearly tell. He has 78 relation with us. And what's the loyalty here? Loyalty is 68. That's actually pretty good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with this. So let's send a messenger to Servic. I personally, okay, here's the thing. Look at this guy's face. He does not look like he's 29. He looks a little bit older than that. He looks like he's, what, 40 something, but yeah, okay. Never mind. Let's see what happens now with Mr. Servic. I'm hopeful. Yes, I was very, very hoping that he was in this army next to us right here, so it was going to take a very small amount of time. Anyway, let's see what we can do. I'm going to be trading this with him, and ooh, he does not like this at all. And that is very much to be expected, I would say. Very, very obvious that he would not like this particular trade. I could give him Sionon. Alright, I could give him Sionon for this, but I actually really like Sionon, and I like Revel as well. The loyalty there is actually kind of good, but if I were to give him Revel, as you can see, he loves that. If I were to give him Sionon, he also loves that. How much money would I have to give him? Yes, that is never going to happen, sir. That is never, ever going to happen, you absolute imbecile. Yes. Alright, who owns Charis, then? Who owns Charis? Let's have a look. It's in Galtha. He does not like us one bit, but maybe we can make it work. Is he in that army as well? It might be. It might be that he's in that army, because it was very quick for him to get over here. Okay, so, this is a little better. 7... Yes, it's a little better, he says, as it is now 776,000 rather than 1.4 million. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We can always make more money. Just bear that in mind. I know some people are going to say to me, what are you doing? Why are you giving away so much money? Well, here's the thing. I don't really have anything else to give away, and I own most of the Vlandian territory right now. The only thing that I could possibly trade for are castles, but in that sense, I'd have to capture more castles to be able to do that. So, you know, for example, I probably will be going over to Liberatus now, actually. Liberatus is my next target. At least I will try and see whether I can even do that, because as it stands right now, it's looking a bit risky. It's looking a bit risky, because I would 100% assume that Liberatus is probably one of the greatest defended fiefs that the Aserai has. It is on the frontier, basically, of any enemy that would like to attack them. So I would assume that their garrison is going to be kind of good. If it's not, then that just means that we are going to be even better off. So let's actually just go and see what's going on there, because I would like to go into Aserai territory, and this is a pretty good... I mean, is it a pretty good launching point? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I mean, here's the thing. It would be a lot better if I were to go from Tubalus Castle, go into Quyaz, Kavloniki, and various other fiefs over there. Dirthart, as you can see, is taking Quyaz itself, which is... Oh. Okay. I thought to myself, wait a minute. Is this guy literally trying to attack me? No, he's not. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay, I'm way too excited about this for some reason. Anyway, Liberatus, it only has 119 defenders. This is absolutely insane. I have no idea why they have so few in the garrison here. This is very strange. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do, right? You know what I'm going to do. I'm literally going to wait here until that army of over 1,100 units is far enough away and close enough to Dirthart. And now I'm going to be besieging Liberatus before Belgia's army turns up, because he's over there. No doubt he was attempting to potentially besiege this as well, and obviously we want to be able to do that before him. So I'm going to be able to gain another town, and then hopefully I'll be able to do some trades for some of the castles in Vlandian territory as well, because I'm hoping that I'll be able to trade one town for a variety of different castles. At least that's my hope. Maybe we'll be able to do it, maybe we won't. Okay, so I'm actually going to be building a battering ram and a siege tower this time because I actually don't know the layout of Liberatus. I don't know what kind of culture it uses. I assume it uses Empire, but I could be wrong. I know in the Calradia Expanded series that I created a while ago, a couple of months ago, I actually installed the Calradia Expanded Kingdoms mod as well, and that basically adds additional factions to the game. This time I elected not to do that because I wanted the original factions to have more of a spotlight, and as a result, they are now the owners of these places, instead of Liberatus, for example, being owned by that one faction that's just like a trading empire or something like that. At least that's what I remember, because in the Calradia Expanded series we played a trader-focused character, basically a trader-focused character who was, I think, mostly using, I can't even remember, Apollisian units or something like that. I think that's what that's what I was using. I can't accurately remember what they were called, but it was basically that. Oh, yeah, really? Yes, AI. I really dislike the AI sometimes. When they are archers, it is extremely frustrating sometimes to literally be attempting to shoot them, and then all of a sudden, supernaturally, they think to themselves, oh, I should probably turn and shoot that guy in the face. Yeah, that happens much more often than you'd think. And it is, yeah, it's very frustrating when that happens, because you think to yourself, oh, I'm fine, because he's looking at someone else, and then all of a sudden he turns and shoots you instead. Yeah, that kind of thing happens way too much, but it's okay, because we can now do some massive damage with my wonderful polearm and hit through the ladder, because that's completely realistic. There we go. Okay, now we can get up here. Hopefully don't die, please, don't die. I'd like to get to 275 athletics if at all possible, so maybe I can do that in this one. Maybe if there's enough enemy units, then I might be able to. I might be able to do that. Or maybe not. Oh, it seems like everyone is dead over here, thanks to our Vlandian sharpshooters, no doubt. And, oh dear, yes, it seems like I'm probably going to get here too late. Yeah, seems like it. Oh well, never mind. I mean, I guess I could do a small... yeah, never in a million years. Oh, hello there, sir. Okay, we got him in the shoulder. That's not really going to do anything. Mice in the head. Okay, apparently that's also not going to do anything. That is hilarious. Oh, Amnon, I'm so sorry. I shot you in the chest while you're the surgeon. You're going to be fine. What a classic, eh? That is such a classic moment for me, because literally every single time I try to use, whether it's thrown weapons in Warband or whether it's some kind of ranged weapon somewhere else, I'm always just 1 second away from shooting one of my own men in the head or in the chest or wherever, basically. It always happens. It always happens. I don't know why. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so we have a bunch of troops. Do I care about these troops? Not really. I really don't like sorting them out. That is the main thing. As I say, I'm lazy, right? I'm lazy, so I generally don't like to do a lot of micromanagement. If the game calls for a lot of micromanagement, then I'm absolutely fine to do that. It doesn't have to be Bannerlord, by the way. I'm just mentioning in general. If it's a micromanagement kind of game, that's absolutely fine. But I personally don't really like doing that in such a frustrating fashion, because I literally have to look through all of these now and make sure that I'm not placing any Vlandians in there. And I have a wide variety of different tiers of unit as well, which is obviously making things even more difficult than it has to be. So let me just do that. Alright, that was actually not as painful as I anticipated. Fantastic. Okay, so we're done here, and I can sell my prisoners, of course. And now, this gives me a great opportunity. So let's take a look and see which clans actually own things in Vlandian territory. So, Wallaham Castle, Hongard Castle, Cowfield Castle, and Senckeberg Castle. Are they actually all different? They are all different. Ah, what a pain, eh? That is a super, super pain, because now that means that I'm going to be unable to trade evenly, I assume. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Okay, so that is a big problem. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is really bad. What about Remtoil Castle, actually? If I take a look at Remtoil Castle, maybe I can do something with that. That's the thing. I don't want to trade for Remtoil Castle, but I'm thinking, what if I trade for Remtoil and something else? Or Hongard and something else, if I can. Let me actually just have a look here. So let's just do a little bit of eliminating then, shall we? Okay, so he owns... Let's have a look. He literally just owns that. Okay, you're useful. You're very, very useful. Goodbye. Yes. Okay, Senckeberg, obviously I can tell that no one else owns anything in that regard. What about Calfeld? Calfeld. Let's have a look. It's Servic, really. It's him again. I could get Cairban Seth at the same time, maybe, and then I could trade Cairban Seth to someone else for a lot of money. Like, for example, didn't I just give Servic a lot of money, or who was that? That was in Gautha, wasn't it? Okay, let's see what happens here, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to send the messenger to Servic. Hopefully he's not in combat at the moment. Or does it even matter? I'm not entirely sure whether it even matters whether he's in combat or not. No, it doesn't seem to. Alright, so let's have a look. Okay, so Calfeld and Cairban Seth and Liberatus. Wow, he does not care about that one bit. Wow, Calfeld Castle for Liberatus. You know, I'm just going to do this. Yep, I'm just going to do this. It's going to give me 43,000. And I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest, because that means that I have a castle that is safely tucked away in Vlandian territory. I don't need to worry about it being besieged at any point in the future. And he has to now worry about Liberatus, and that's all that really matters, right? That's perfectly fine with me. Anyway, this is what's currently going on in the gathering of support. As you can see, another faction has now joined the efforts. And all we need is, I think, probably 2 more factions, or shall we say 2 more clans to join us, and then we'll be absolutely fine, and then we'll be able to force Dirthart into some kind of abdication, you know, scenario or something like that. That would be really, really nice. Anyway, let's just take a quick look here. Oh, hello there. That's a very large, very powerful army. Might want to be a little bit careful about that. I think what I might want to do is I might actually want to go all the way over here and see if I can maybe assist Dirthart or Belgia's army, because they're actually doing... Oh, that's Hekard, actually, not Belgia. Where's Belgia? Well, there's Calatild. Wow, Calatild. What? What is going on here? All of these people have insanely large armies. It's crazy. You see all these guys. They all have close to 800, some well over 1,000 units. Quyaz has now been given up. Okay, this is actually fantastic. I'm going to just swoop in here real fast. Let's swoop in here and try and take this while the garrison is weakened, before they can restore themselves, because I don't know whether you noticed, but there were a whole bunch of wounded troops in here. So if we can take advantage of the fact that they don't have full strength, then we should have a really good opportunity here. Hopefully these guys are not going to want to attack me on the fields of battle before my battering ram is at least done. I would like my battering ram to be done first, before I go in here. I assume that there's going to be someone coming very, very soon. Or they're just going to surround me on all sides, and then they're eventually just going to clobber me all together. No doubt. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good right now. Let's do this. Ah, yes, the fantastic nature of headshotting someone and then them immediately thinking to themselves, ah, I was not hit in the face just now. Oh, yes. Ah, there we go. Now, that's what I want to see. Yeah, I mean, I obviously assume that the reason why I'm not able to kill people in one hit with my crossbow is because of my low proficiency. I mean, it's not necessarily low, so to speak. It's just more of a case of it being extremely mediocre. And I do need to level that up. So let me just try and dodge that guy's shot. Thank you. Nice. Okay, if we can continue leveling that up, maybe we'll get to 175 soon. Oh, he moved just at the last second. Did you see that? What a wily character he is. Nice. Not wily enough, sir. Not wily enough. Wow, they have a really good layout here. Have you noticed? Look at this layout. They are fantastic. Look at this. They literally have an entire area that is dedicated to just archers shooting out of the windows. Very impressive. I'm being shot from somewhere. I'm actually not entirely sure where I'm being shot from, but thankfully the gate is now down, the outer gate, and we should be able to go in here and do some massive damage to the inner one. At the moment, what I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to weaken one of the sides of this bottleneck here, because if we can weaken the side, then maybe some of my forces can slip on by and then form a bit of a surround, and maybe we can try and get a small passageway inside the walls and around their formation so that we can break that and then have a bit more attacking space, so we don't really need to worry about it as much. Now, I think I should be able to get my athletics skill increased here as long as I am on the move when I strike them, at least. Even when you're just on foot and just regularly attacking, obviously that's going to happen, but I have found that leveling athletics, it is a lot easier to gain skill when you are moving and you gain some kind of speed bonus in the process. Because if you do have a speed bonus, then it's basically just giving you a little bit of extra XP. I don't think that it affects it that much. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but from what I've seen in the past when I've had the XP gain actually be displayed, because I used to use this mod that would, display the experience of every single thing that you did in the game in a little text format, and in my opinion, for learning what actually gives you the most experience, it is a fantastic tool, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's a mod that I was using in the, as I mentioned earlier, the Calradia Expanded, the first series, and also the, I think it was the one before the Berserker as well. Maybe the Ronin? Maybe the Ronin series? Yeah, that could be it. Anyway, let's just zoom things up here, and we have now taken Quyaz. Now, obviously, Quyaz is one of the more affluent towns in Aserai territory, so I'm actually wondering if I can get something really good here. Maybe I'll be able to get Tiram, maybe something along those lines. I'm going to take the forest people prisoner, because obviously I'm going to be executing them. Let me actually just execute them while I'm on this screen right here. There we go. Okay, yeah, so now we're going to get a huge amount of those really, really annoying little pop-up messages. Yes, indeed. But that's okay. You know, that is to be expected. Okay, so 10,000 for that. That's not too bad. And now let's just take a look. Tiram, right? Tiram is going to be the thing that I try to get. So let me actually have a look. Who owns this again? I always forget. It is actually Servic, hilariously enough. He has just been defeated, so he is not going to accept a messenger for a little bit of time. Hopefully he's going to be able to restore himself without too many difficulties, but yeah, I'm going to have to defend in that time. Why are you eliminated, Servic? You absolute imbecile. I don't know why he's doing that. Anyway, Calatild, she is hopefully going to be able to take Sanala. I would very much hope that she'd be able to do that. And it seems like Tubalist Castle is actually under siege as well, but by what or who is attacking that? I have no clue, so I suppose we will mosey on and have a look. Oh, it's that fellow from the what is it, from the Western Empire or the Northern Empire or something like that? I have no idea. Okay, so did I actually level up my athletic skill? I did not. I'm 1 point away. What a classic. What a classic that is. Okay. Doubles the interrupt threshold while you're interrupting your crossbow. No, while you're reloading your crossbow. And equipped crossbows do not slow you down. I personally don't care about that. So doubles the interrupt threshold while you are reloading, as well as does that for your troops as well, I believe. And when you have a crossbow equipped, you take 10% less damage from projectiles, and you can reload any crossbow on horseback. I will be taking that one because obviously I'm going to use that to level up my riding skill as much as possible in the next couple of field battles that I actually get to enter. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Is he available yet? No, he is not. What a guy, eh? What a guy. Oh well, never mind. You can see here, I'm literally making 21,000 gold per day. And just to put that in perspective, I have very little or no workshops up and running. And I also don't have any caravans that are currently active apart from Dashwal. And he's doing a fantastic job. He really is. But I don't even know how much he's making. Let's have a look. Dashwal, he's making 175. So yeah, he's really not making that much. And the main reason why we are gaining so much cash is because of all the towns that we've traded for. And we're making more money now than we were, you know, before we had traded for all these. So it really makes a huge difference. Okay, let's take a look. No, he is still... Is he a prisoner? He is a prisoner. Oh, you idiot. Why did he do that? Oh, well, never mind. Seems like Kavloniki is where he's being held, and it is currently under siege at the moment. So hopefully someone is going to be able to free him in a short space of time. I just find that so amusing. I have no idea why he got himself taken prisoner right there. I mean, literally. The Aserai are strong, but I wouldn't have expected an army that had about 1,000 units to be eliminated so simply. But as you can see, look at that. They're doing pretty well, I gotta say. I feel like the Aserai are doing pretty well. Obviously, we are doing better than them, but that is only because I'm helping, I suppose. I would expect the Vlandians to lose this very, very easily because their armies are falling like dominoes, basically. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.